their sack. You give them their container. They must hold it then the entire presentation, and they're wondering what's inside of here. It's gonna drive them nuts, right? So you wait till the very end to address the sack or the container, and you say, I'm sure you're dying to know what's inside your Scentsy sack. And they're like, yes, yes. I said, I'm sure you felt it or shook it, and you can tell there's all kinds of goodies in there. But there's one thing in there that's really important, and it's one of these. This invitation is everything. This is going to tell you what prize you're gonna get, because you're gonna get a prize. It's either gonna say freebie, and if it says freebie, you get to pick a freebie from my freebie basket. Or it'll say let's party, and if it says let's party, you're in luck because you got the big prize. If it says let's party, you're going to get an amazing booking gift from me with your qualifying party. Now, do you hear my tone? I'm not saying if it says let's party, you have to have a party. No, no one's gonna want to do that, right? They're going to want to do it if you're excited. If you're highlighting it as the great opportunity that it is to get free stuff, they're going to be excited. But if you act like you're asking them to donate a kidney to you, they're gonna feel like you're asking them to donate a kidney to you, and they're not gonna be interested in whatever you're talking about, right? So have your excitement. So show them an example. Say, so whatever your card says, should you choose to open your container, that's what we're gonna do. So if it says freebie, you get a freebie. If it says let's party, we're gonna party, and we're gonna party whatever style you want. Because again, this is at the end of the presentation. I have already talked about what type of party styles we have. So they know, I've told them, there's a party for every lifestyle. I don't care who you are. There's a party for you. So this is finishing that up, right? So I say, if you like free stuff, if you like your friends, hopefully you do, you picked them, and if you like Scentsy, then you have nothing to lose by opening your container. So go ahead and open your containers. And I'm telling you, if one person opens their container, everybody does. I've never had a party where people didn't open their containers, period. And so it books me a lot of parties.
So every guest gets a container.
Yes, and they choose whether they want to open it or not. You make it clear that whatever it says, we're going to do it. But you don't say.
But you don't tell them what it says inside till the end.
I tell them it either says let's party or freebie at the end. Yes.
At the end, okay.
Yes. So the reason I put it on an invitation is because when they get let's party, I write, we set their party date and time at the party. I say, if they're like, oh, I don't really want to set a date yet, I need to go home and check my calendar. I say, hey, that's okay. Let's set a soft date. And then you go home and check your calendar, and I'll text you in a few days. And if we need to reschedule, we can reschedule. But let's set a soft date just so you can get your gift. I act like if they don't set the date that night, they don't get the gift. And I never have had somebody say, oh, well, sorry, I don't want to set the date. They set it anyway. I call it a soft date. So then they feel comfortable setting it up, and if they need to reschedule, they can.
How many let's parties do you put in?
So if I had 14 containers, I would do 4 freebies and 10 let's parties.
I like those odds.
Yeah, me too. So that's how that works.
What is the gift you give them right then that night? Not the night, right? Just for booking.
No, they get
Maybe
that.
no sale.
They get that at their qualifying party.
Okay.
Yep. So they just pick it that night. So I write what they've selected. So hoop, nightlight, and all the party details, and I say go home and put this on your fridge. This way they'll be reminded if they cancel what they're missing out on.
Can I get a picture?
Which?
The card.
Not on me, I don't. But you can take a picture of one of my. Okay, so let's talk about the next booking game. Would you mind handing me that and the dice? So this game takes a lot less prep. I love this game because of its simplicity. Simplicity, authenticity, generosity, right? So this is super simple. All you need to play this game is a die, and then some type of chart, or you can write it on, a chalkboard sign, whatever you want to do, to tell what the 6 prizes would be for the numbers they could potentially roll on the die. So here's how it works. You're in your party setting. Just like the other booking game, you wait till the very end. So you've already talked about the kind of party styles we have. There's a party for every lifestyle. You've already said all that stuff. So this is at the very end. You say, okay, we're going to play our last game of the night. And it's super easy. All you got to do is roll this die, and then whatever number you roll, write it on your order form. Okay, so everybody rolls. Then I say, all right, somebody tell me, what number did you roll? And then they start shouting out numbers. Then I pull out my sign and I say, oh my gosh, that means you would get a nightlight and you would get a 3-pack of bars. And like, I'm all excited and I'm talking about what their prizes would be. I said, these would be your prizes when you hold your party with me. You get to pick it out tonight and I will bring it to your party for you. You get this in addition to everything you get from Scentsy. We already talked about, there's a party for every lifestyle. I don't care how busy you are, how busy your kids are, there is a party for you. You can get free Scentsy. That's how I word it. You hear the way I talk about it, the way you talk about the game is just as important as the game you're playing. You know what I mean? Like, you can epically fail at playing this game or you can epically succeed. It's in the way you word it. If you're wording it like it's an exciting opportunity, and you can get free Scentsy too. It doesn't have to be a home party if you can't make a home party work. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be much more likely to book when you're wording it that way. So, your wording is important. Why do I have them write it on their order forms, do you think?
To talk to them at the end during checkout.
Yep. I talk to them at the end during checkout, one-on-one. That's when I nail down the dates and get it all squared away. So I sit down with them to check them out. I get their order form and I say, oh, I see you rolled a number 4. What kind of party style do you want to do to get your 3-pack of bars? That is much harder to say no to than do you want to do a party, right? It's a lot harder to say what kind of party style suits you best so we can get you that 3-pack of bars. That's how I word it, and that's how I nail down so many parties at my home parties. So those are 2 different booking games that I like to play, and I also bring this to events, and I do the same thing at events. I say, oh my gosh, I'm doing an amazing booking special today. I know you like that warmer. Let's roll the die and see what your prize would be. And I hand it to her, she rolls it, and then I say, oh my gosh, and I pull out my sign. So I do this at events too. So I'll say, thank you, sweetie. Oh. All right, so those are booking games. Now let's talk about hostess encouraging booking games. So again, I would play one of those 2 booking games. This is actually for my host. This encourages my host to book. Now let me tell you something. Not trying to sit here and be like, oh, my PRV rocks. But in the last 2 years, I have had 1 month where I didn't do 2,000 in PRV. Why is that? Because I do lots of home parties. I book parties off of parties and I roll party after party after party after party. And it's because I play these games. So I promise you, try them. Try the languages that I'm talking about. It really does work. Okay, so booking beats.